delighted to welcome you to the Faith Tent at Pride Cymru. Here is a safe and welcoming space where you can come just as you are. I look forward to welcoming you to our act of worship this year, when we will celebrate our glorious diversity as children of God and rejoice in God's redeeming and liberating love for us all.
I once blessed the first Pride March in a town where I previously lived, and I did that because I think that the message of Pride is so important. It is a symbol to us of how our society is absolutely dependent on healthy diversity. Now, the Faith Tent reminds us all how radical that message is. Not all worldviews hold to the equality of human life. But I believe that every human being is equal and deserves the sense of value and dignity. No ifs, no buts. Our society is only as good as it can be if it's inclusive. Now, from my own faith tradition, the Christian tradition, we have always championed the values of equality and diversity. We haven't always lived by them, but they've been right there in the heart of what the Christian faith speaks about, which is that God values everybody equally. And I want to say to those of you who are involved with Pride this year, remember that faith matters. Faith that is worth believing in and giving your loyalty to stands for exactly what Pride stands for, the challenge of equality. So God bless you, and may you celebrate the dignity and pride of being you.
You know, the church hasn't got a terribly good reputation for the way it's handled LGBTQIA folk. But I hope we're getting better. I hope we're learning the lessons that God's love embraces us all, and that we're first of all His children, and that we find true life in Him. And I hope that together we're able to celebrate the glorious diversity of creation and of humanity.
Gyfeillion, helo, fi ydi Andy John Esgob Bangor, a dwi yma yn Hir Esgob jyst I ddweud gair byr am resymau pam dwi yn cefnogi Pride. I remember Desmond Tutu being asked many years ago about how he saw this issue, and for him it was the overwhelming requirement of justice. And that resonated with me then, that if we fundamentally believe in justice and believe that God, our God, is a God of justice, then we ought to see justice as one of the hallmarks of our life as a church. And that means doing right by people who have found that when they belong to each other in a same-sex union, a marriage, or whatever kind of a partnership they bring to one another, there should be the capacity there for that to be a source of goodness to each other. And the church needs to recognise that and see that that is a gift of God and a good thing. Of course, there is something before the governing body. Very shortly we will be debating whether or not the church can authorise the blessing of same-sex unions, and I think I'm on record for a long time now indicating my support, as other colleagues, other Episcopal colleagues will do on this. Mae'n fraint I mi fel esgob I ddweud mod i'n cefnogi pobl sydd mewn yr un perthynas ac sydd yn dangos bod ei gariad hwy yn rhywbeth sydd ar gallu I dderbyn y fendith gan Duw. So we'll have to wait and see how that pans out. But I just want to say to all of you who are watching this, I do hope you'll feel strengthened and affirmed. Your church takes you seriously and wants to move in this direction. I believe, hope and pray. But whatever the outcome in September, our passion for justice is undiminished. Our search for justice is undiminished. Our search for justice will go on.